of the changes that you made, right? So I wanted to sort of look at sort of three key areas, like one, your marketing and business development, two, your sales, and then three, the delivery.
Mm.
So just in terms of the marketing, like the outreach you're doing, can you give us a picture of, I guess, yeah, what you were doing before, and then what you've changed since joining the program, and then I guess the impact it's had in terms of the attention you've been able to get in the marketplace.
So what I personally was doing before was congratulating a staff member once a year to say congratulations on your 3-year anniversary. Great asset to the team on LinkedIn, and
Right.
um, like that's it. Like literally, maybe the odd post or job post or something like that. Um, Laura was on this call. She was telling me, and you know, she'll like this bit because it's been recorded and she can play it back to to everybody. But it's yeah. I mean, she was saying you need to be more active on LinkedIn. You need because I don't have any other social media apart from LinkedIn, and I do. I'm not really a fan of social media in the main, but ultimately it's like just because I don't have Instagram or TikTok doesn't mean that I shouldn't use LinkedIn as a tool for developing my own business and creating a better life for myself and my children, right? So it's so I had to adjust my mentality with regards to that. So now try personally to get 3 or 4 posts on LinkedIn, and that's a mix of polls, a personal like personal posts, which I think a lot of the personal stuff gets a lot more engagement sometimes than it might not get like the right. It's generally people you know you've got a good relationship with who engage on personal stuff, but yeah, obviously those impressions then go to the wider network and stuff. So and then obviously work related stuff as well. Never ever put a video on LinkedIn before we did this. Obviously, I've done that. I would never have posted anything about the kids or anything that goes on in my personal life on LinkedIn previously. But increasingly, it's getting more and more like that. And you know, people say it's not Facebook and everything, but as long as it's kind of topical and you know, it's not too like what you had for your breakfast, you know, whatever. It's I think it's we've had some really good things, and certainly on the first poll I did, I got 40 votes. Um, on the poll. It was I just followed the script that you provided, Drew, and it obviously changed a few things. 40 votes, and 20 of those were people I'd never really engaged with before. So I immediately sent them the results of that poll back and said, "Thanks for voting on my poll. I noticed that you voted this." I think the actual poll was regarding genres of music and what people liked. It wasn't even related to recruitment or anything. It was like, do you like the 60s and 70s? Do you like the 80s, 90s, or 2000 onwards? And loads of people voted. And from that, unfortunately, we've not done business with this client, but got engaged with this lady at this large insurance loss adjusting company, and we ended up getting terms agreed. But it's one of those where it's like all CVs must go to recruitment at, and you know, it's still a work in progress that. But on the back of that, I probably booked in like 3 triage calls, one set of terms agreed and signed, better rates than what we previously worked to. So that's the marketing.
So just again, just in terms of like results, right? Before on a monthly basis, how many like meetings were you having with hiring managers before during the program, and then where would it be at now on
Uh,
average month?
like pre-COVID, when I try and get out once a month and see 3 companies um, in the same day, you know, but obviously then everything went to Teams and Zoom. We weren't having hardly any, to be honest. You know, we'd be doing maybe one a month, you know, if that, probably one every 2 months.
Well,
And yeah, it was bad. You know, like we were just so complacent because we, the business that which we thought was good, you know, it wasn't. And I once we got onto the program, I think I even dropped Terry an email, and I had like 5 triage calls in a week, and we were pitched retained for the first time ever. And we didn't get retained, but we're approved supplier now of this new client. It's all good practice, and it's a really for my colleague Laura. This particular client are in a new geographical area, and they have offshore work, which offshore work generally translates to higher salaries, which typically would translate to higher fees. And you know, so it sort of like opened up a whole new sector for us, and that was just on the back of being consistent with it. And I have to admit, I had to step out massively outside of my comfort zone in the beginning to like kind of just run something by you, and then they come back and like, yeah, sure, what? And it's like, well, and you know, even to this day, I mentioned on Tuesday's call that some really big sort of PhD CEO of a massive company. I still feel a little bit like, this guy's not going to want to speak to me. But I think, who cares really? And at the end of the day, I'm just doing my job and trying to improve the
Yeah.
business.
So you mentioned. Sorry, Joe.
But yeah, I just had something you can. I was just going to add. You said something then. You said it sort of, throwaway mark. You had to come outside your comfort zone. For everybody, your success is outside your current comfort zone. If you stay in your comfort zone, you're going to keep getting what you're getting now. Whatever you want, your goals are outside your comfort zone. And for all of you, you're stepping outside that comfort zone to get the results you want. I really appreciate you sharing that, Jane. Thank you. Back to you, Drew.